Hi there. Thanks for watching this video about ENVI Deep Learning applications for disaster response. As a quick introduction, the ENVI Deep Learning module is an off-the-shelf suite of tools that makes deep learning accessible to anyone without the need to program. For more information about the ENVI Deep Learning module, check out our website at www.l3harrisgeospatial.com. Now, back to our use case. ENVI has traditionally had many examples for disaster response to process remotely sensed imagery and extract valuable information to help save time and lives. This same story applies to the ENVI Deep Learning module, where we focus on reducing the amount of time to create maps that can help direct resources to the hardest hit areas during a natural disaster. For this particular scenario, we are going to focus on building damage as a result of tornadoes. But before we dive into that, we want to call out a few things. From this slide, you can see 4 examples of disasters using different types of data. The key is that we can see the areas affected by fires, landslides, or floods. This is critical for deep learning applications because it works like your eyes do. If you can see something, then chances are good that you can train a deep learning classifier to extract the features as well. With that in mind, let's see why building damage is a good use for deep learning. Here, we can see the destructive power of large tornadoes and the devastation that they can cause. It is very clear and easy to see where houses used to stand, where rooftops are damaged, or where blue tarps are used to cover damage. As we just mentioned, in order to use deep learning, you need to be able to see the features you want to detect. With this in mind, we can create a classifier that extracts different levels of damage and identifies blue tarps for buildings that are likely damaged. And this is what the results of that classifier look like for a recent tornado in Tennessee. You'll see all features outlined in red, but they are individually identified as separate classes of features for structural damage, buildings that are destroyed, and blue tarps. Once we have the locations of damage throughout an image, what can we do to help target and direct where first responders need to go? To answer that question, if we process all of the imagery over the affected area, we can use interpolation to determine the path of the tornado. And, as you see here, we can add buffers, as indicated in red and yellow, to identify the proximity to the tornado's path based on where there was damage. This then represents the hotspots where first responders should focus their efforts for buildings that have a higher likelihood to be damaged from the tornado. And that is how you can use ENVI Deep Learning for disaster response.